It is that time once again, my fellow Chibits. Can you believe that Summer of Anime is pretty much done? This upcoming weekend, majority of all the summer anime is pretty much going to be, that's it, GG. And I guess I need to start working on that Fall of Anime 2016 video. Many of you have been asking since yesterday and the day before, and actually, to be honest, multiple weeks ago, but you guys have really been asking since yesterday, since I finally did my finality review of ReZero. And just to clarify, I want to be trying to get the video up Wednesday this week. I want to try to get up, what I will watch for Fall of Anime 2016 on Wednesday or Thursday. Those are my two dates I want to try to get the video up on. Many of you have been asking, so I just kind of want to clarify at the beginning of this video. So, how has everybody been doing? How's your day? How is your week? I mean, how overall have you all been doing? You know how I like to ask, because I love you guys. I just want to know how you all doing. And, I mean, here I am once again doing the weekly Chibi vlog. So, everybody, I guess overall this week, it's been kind of sad, because a lot of series I know are coming to a close, and one of the recent series that ended, as you all know, is ReZero. And I've said my piece, my overall thoughts on ReZero, like how I felt about the anime in my latest, ReZero review, but it's still just sad. It's still sad to know such a wonderful series it's over, and, I no longer can review new content. Well, new content-wise, that is something I need to talk about. So, many of you were asking me yesterday, like, Chibi, if there ever is new content translated, will you review it? And so, to kind of clarify, yes, I will definitely review any new content of ReZero if it does come out, like some good amount of content. I will definitely review it. And there is something I want to let you all know about. Apparently, from you fellow Chibits letting me know, there is someone actually translating the web novel series that takes place after the anime, episode 25. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Someone right now is currently in the midst of actually translating ReZero's web novel that takes place after episode 25. So, yeah, I don't know much about it. I've yet to actually look completely into it, but I found out a couple of Chibits that let me know that there is someone currently translating the web novel series, trying to get into it after, the conclusion of the anime. So that's some good news. I'm glad to see that ReZero is getting translated, got picked up by someone, and when, the light novels finally come to the States and get completely translated, obviously I want to pick those up as well, because I love ReZero. So, I mean, maybe, just maybe, ReZero, the content might not be done anytime soon. I mean, if the translations are fast and, the person sticks with it, which I know translations are probably a very hard thing to do. I mean, I've never translated. I really can't read Japanese, I'm just going to be brutally honest. So I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to work on, and I really commend anyone that's willing to take the time and effort just for everyone else to translate something. So to see someone doing that, I just want to say thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, if there's a lot of content translated and there's a lot to talk about, obviously I will do a review on that as well. So getting off of that, let's just talk about, the next season. So to be honest, I haven't even really looked at what's coming out next season. All that I'm aware of that's supposedly coming out next season is Gundam, Iron Blood Orphans. I think that's the only thing I'm really aware of that's coming out next season. I think it is. I think that's the only thing I'm really aware of, because I haven't really been keeping track of anything for next season, because as always, when I do what I will watch for the next anime season, I like going in blind. I like going in blind for, the video, not knowing what to really expect besides the big things that many have been hyping up for weeks. And so, I'm going in not knowing really anything at all. So when I make that video tomorrow for what I will watch for Fall of Anime 2016, I'm pretty much not going to really know what to expect and what I will see. I really hope there's a lot of good content in this upcoming season, because kind of worried. I mean, it's going to be rather hard to kind of, meet that, goal, that happiness I felt after watching ReZero and even Mob Psycho. Hopefully there's something very good in this upcoming season that will be decent to watch and I'll have a lot of fun with, but anime like ReZero is kind of rare to get anyways, but we'll see. We'll see if it does happen. But getting off of that, I'm just going to say, my week overall, besides anime-related stuff, it's been, once again, chillax. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I mean, I did go visit my family earlier today. I went to go see my sister, help her out with my niece, and that's pretty much about it when it came to today. I mean, it wasn't nothing big and all that. Overall, though, I guess this week has been relatively good. Let's get into some fan mail. Ava. 26 complete episodes plus 2 movies and 4-disc box set version. A while back, a Chibit sent me the Ava movies and told me, I remember a couple of Chibits telling me in a letter they sent me that apparently the Ava movies are kind of a retelling of the original Ava, but it actually could be considered as something as a sequel from what I heard. And personally, it's a series I've kind of shelved for a long time. I've wanted to watch. I know it's a classic when it comes to anime and it's a must watch, but I personally have never gotten around to actually, you know, reading or watching this. But I know it's a glorious series that has a lot of psychological themes and stuff, and I know there's a lot of memes and things about this series that's really driven the anime industry for a long time, but it's a series I've never personally watched, and it's something I've always wanted to see. If I have time this fall season, like if there's not a lot of stuff that's going to be good this season, I'll probably put this on my list to watch. Probably make, you know, a day for it to watch, because many have asked me for a very long time to sit down and watch this series, but I just haven't had the time, and I've shelved it for a very long time. I remember when I was in high school, and I saw the manga on the shelf of, you know, Ava, and I was about to grab it off and start reading it, but I remember, you know, I didn't have the time at the time because of homework and school, but I was going to start reading the manga series when I was at my local library, but yeah, you know, if I have time this fall season, I would like to start Ava. I really would. So besides that, another thing we have here is Hero. To be honest with you, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what this is about. Personally, let's see what it says. At the end of China's warring states, the kingdom of Qin is the most ruthless and ambitious of the 7 states. Its king is the target of assassins from all over China. Of all would-be assassins, broken sword, flying snow, and sky are the most dangerous. When Nameless kills all 3, he has offered a chance to meet the king. Nameless explains to the king that how he used a personal relationship to expose and attack their weaknesses. But the king tells a different version of the same story. Huh. I've always liked stories of, you know, movies like this. I've always have. I'm a big fan. I remember watching IP Man, or however you pronounce it, like IP Man. I think that's how you say it. It was on Netflix a long time ago. And I remember watching that movie series. It was such a fantastic movie. And so, I've always kind of been a slight fan of these movies. But I've never heard of Hero. I'll have to give this a watch when I have the time. But thank you very much for whoever sent this. There was no letter at all in here. But you know who you are, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Chibi must be very happy to finally have a Devil Sister manga volume featuring Best Girl. And now that we are talking about Best Girl, which is your favorite Mashoku Tensei girl? From Danny. To be honest, I have never read a Mushoku Tensei girl. I want to be completely honest, so I don't really have, I guess, necessarily a Best Girl. So you sent me... Oh, it is Testament. So, Volume 3 of Testament. Is this really the latest volume? I would have thought there would have been more volumes of Testament already out. I mean, it's been... I feel like the manga's been coming out for a while now. Did the 3rd volume just come out? Huh. A new hero appears. Quite the ecchi series. Definitely something that, you know, I remember I didn't really like the anime, but maybe the manga is good, because many told me that the manga is a little bit different and better in depth compared to the anime. I wonder how it stacks up compared to, you know, the anime adaptation of the manga series. But the Testament of Sister New Devil, Volume 3. Thank you very much, Danny. It means a lot. Thank you. I've been needing a bookmark for a while. I kind of lost my old bookmark, so nice good bookmark here. Anyways, Volume 8 of UQ Holder. Funny story, actually. I was recently finishing Negima that was sent to me a while back. I actually am about to finish it. I decided to pick up the, you know, the manga volumes, you know, the big volumes that were given to me. I decided to start reading them. I actually grabbed them off my shelf downstairs, and I just started going through them, and I eventually caught up to where I was once before, and then I started reading them some more this week, and then eventually I'm actually around, like, the last 3 big omnibus volumes. I'm on those last 3 big volumes of Negima, so I've almost got that concluded, and eventually I can start UQ Holder, because apparently this is a sequel series to that. So, yeah, that's an update. For anyone, I feel like this is the same Chibit that's actually been sending me UQ Holder for a while now. I'm giving you an update that I have been reading Negima, I have actually been catching up to the series, and I eventually will be, you know, getting into, you know, UQ Holder, since it is supposedly the sequel of that said series. So there is no letter here to whoever sent this, but thank you very much. I probably know the Chibit that sent it, but regardless, thank you very much. It means a lot. I can't read it, but my boy, the Chibit. Oh, it's volume 8. It's volume 18. Yo, it's volume 18 of Spice and Wolves, bro. wish I could read Japanese. I wish I could. But, yo, wait, let me see some of the image in this. Let me just see. There has to be some form of pictures. I know eventually there is pictures in these. Okay, let's look at the beginning here. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. Yo! Oh, it's so cute. I can die in heaven right now. Oh, the continuation of such a fantastic series, Volume 18. It's making me emotional. I love Spice and Wolf. I never would have thought there would have been a continuation of such a fantastic series. Oh my! Oh my! That holo fan, yo! That holo fan, sir, bruh, bruh. Yo! Such a good series. Oh my! How I wish this was translated and I can read it. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Okay, I need to stop looking at this. This is making me emotional. This is making me emotional. I can't look at it anymore. I'll be focused on it. So there's something else attached to this letter. It says, "To Chibi, keep up the good work from Jason." So there's something in this. It's from the same Chibi that just sent that. Let's see what this says. I'm getting emotional right now. I'm getting fucking emotional. Oh. Oh my. This happiness. Just happiness right now. It's the actual legit light novel now. The continue. We have the Spring Log, Volume 18, the conclusion. Then the continuation. Yo. Yo. Okay, okay. This is just good. This is good. No, oh, man. I did not expect to open up packages and see this. This is something else. Okay, I gotta set these aside. I just can't. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That... I can't wait till Yin Press picks it up and starts translating these. I need it so bad. I need it so bad. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you. Oh, now that's pretty fucked. That's pretty fucked up. That is a fucked up keychain. That's messed up. I don't know if you guys understand this keychain or not. This is ReZero. FYI, this is a ReZero keychain. Look at the blue background. Obviously, we know who that symbolizes. That's, you know, Rin, best girl of ReZero. And if you watch the series, spoiler alert, if you watch the series, you know that there was a scene in ReZero to where everybody was asking, who is Rin? Her body is not even, yo, that's mess. That's pretty fucked up. Even the people that are selling the merchandise are trolling. Like, this is legit painful to the soul to just look at. Now, after the stuff we know about now, because of the anime, this is painful to look at. That is really messed up. That is so messed up. Her body is not there. Who's written? That's messed. That's pretty crusty. There's no letter of whoever sent this, but that's pretty crusty. That is messed up. That is really messed up. I like the joke, though. I like this dark humor, but... pretty messed up. Pretty messed up. So thank you very much for whoever sent this. That's you just reminded me that ReZero is over again, so sadness sets in. But anyways, you all, thank you very much. Thank you very much for sending this. Thank you. Hello, Chibi. How's it kicking? Going good. How about yourself? It is me again, Pedro from Hong Kong. According to CNN, at least. Hong Kong. Giant hornets kill 42 people. I don't know if you guys can make that out or not, but that legit right there, that's not Hong Kong. That's not Hong Kong. ask. Not even gonna ask. I don't want to send another letter so soon, but a few events happened. I really wanted to comment. I wanted to comment on them. I kind of need to thank you for giving me an insight for an assignment. I'm currently having classes about social media in my marketing college, and we had to do some research on YouTube. Your Chibi vlog from August 14th and your comment about Chibi who kept watching the vlog despite not watching your views gave me a good idea to work with. Sadly, my teacher wanted us to only research people with at least 1 million oh, I see. I'm not good enough. Okay. I'm just joking. Anyways, so I couldn't directly mention your channel, thus why I wanted to thank you personally. Yeah, oh, you're too sweet. Boring university stuff aside, I did mention on Twitter that next season will be the one with the most magical girls in history. Oh, so it's a magical girl season. Like I said earlier on this video, I have no idea what to expect next season. For example, there will be 4 new non-spin-off pure magical girls this fall. What? Okay, I don't know how to feel about that. To put it in my perspective, after Madoka, only 3 of those were made. I don't know if this letter will arrive to you before fall starts, but here's my overall opinion on these 4 new shows being released, based on the trailers and oh, so I'm getting a little bit of insight to what to expect tomorrow when I make my video. Good man. Okay, Izata the Last Witch. Hopefully I'm saying that right. A witch in the middle of World War II, cool concept. Trailer had good action with humans, but the tanks were CGI. Looks like Studio A1 stuff. I don't really like that studio, and I have been avoiding them since the Animator Suicide Case. Animator Suicide Case? Am I missing something, or am I going brain dead? Like, I need to look into that. Magical Girl Raising Project. Basically, Magical Girl Hunger Games. Okay, so a survival game type series. The first case I saw where an actual Magical Girl series was open about the fact there will be death and blood and stuff. I checked the light novel and felt it was very cheesy. I think I might even skip it, but others might like it. Who knows, maybe it could be something good. We'll have to see how it, develops. Execution is key. Soshin Shoujo Mato. Not a lot of info, but so far it looks very meh. Too much CGI. White Fox is a good studio, though, so who knows. Oh, my studio, White Fox. Now, to be honest with you, I highly doubt White Fox is gonna... Just because they're White Fox and they made, ReZero so good, I highly doubt, every show they make is gonna be good. It's like Madhouse. Every show Madhouse makes doesn't mean it's gonna be good. I mean, look at, Alder Ramen on the Sky. Perfect example. So, I mean, Soshin... Even though it's by Studio White Fox, there's a possibility it probably could be bad, and it might be a series just to raise money up for maybe a continuation of ReZero. Who the hell knows? Okay, so Flip Flappers. The anti-chart summary looks generic, but the trailer of the show is very fun. Colorful, fast, and lots of action. The girls kept making over-the-top silly poses. So JoJo, for girls. On the other side, it kind of reminds me of flops like Concrete Revolution and Rolling. Ooh, Rolling Girls. None of them really look hype-worthy yet, but I do think that some of them have potential. Also, there are around 5 sequels, though the only one you follow is Macross. Macross getting a sequel? Now I'm interested in fall. Macross is getting a continuation. Yes, if you feel worried about Marty Okada not directing Macross anymore, just reminding yourself of one thing. Okada was the director of Mayoiga. I'm glad he's not there anymore. I wasn't a big fan of Lacrosse's conclusion anyways. The Season 2, I wasn't the biggest fan of that conclusion, because, to be honest, if we didn't get a conclusion, that was trash. It was a really bad fucking conclusion. I even stated it in my review. I remember saying it was a great series, but the finale was just like, what the fuck? And so I'm glad it's getting a continuation, and hopefully explains a lot more. Anyways, what truly interests me the most about fall season is the fact we're getting to see a genre shift in magical girls. The genre is turning 50 years old this December, and to commemorate that, for the past 2 years, I've been trying to marathon a lot of the older shows. Eventually, I noticed something. In the past, most of the MCs of magical girls were very different. They were witch princesses from other dimensions, cyborgs, mermaids, etc. They didn't understand mankind, and the shows were about them learning to be more human, while also being familiar and friendly to the bizarre. And while for us, it might be fun to see a little girl mocking an armed robbery because she doesn't know very well that a little human cannot harm her, parents were not so happy with it. This eventually led to a genre shift of the 80s. Instead of powerful non-human girls, we started to have the typical story of a normal girl who one day meets magic and has to hide it at all cost. It was in this era that the typical love, heart power, magical mascots, magic wands, and transformation sequences were invented. And now, especially after Madoka Rebellion, we are on another genre shift. I think especially because it played decades-old tropes like the dark magic girl and the selfless MC so hard, they kind of broke it. For example, MCs have been far more likely to have a darker side to them than ever before. Just think of lacrosse. That's why I liked lacrosse. And the constant Ruko is odd plot, despite that one in particular going nowhere. I remember which one you're talking about. This is one I complained about in my final review. In fact, there was a light novel I read that recently did something quite amusing. It introduced this dark girl who kept talking about demons and magic and dressed in black and red. Except she was just a chuny dork who was too much into tabletop games. What? And meanwhile, all the readers were staring at her, expecting her to ruin everything. The cute, pink-haired MC slowly became power-obsessed and channeled a freaking demon. Okay. It might not seem a lot, but MCs being less morally perfect is actually a big, deviancy from the past. Furthermore, these small things will eventually pile up into a complete new way to work the genre. And that is it. I hope this letter was not too boring, and I actually managed to share some insight on the future and past of this classical anime genre. Actually, you did. You did a very good job. See, I'm not a big fan that I always watched, magical girl shows until Madoka came around. I'm going to be honest here. I mean, I watched a little bit of Sailor Moon, but as I said when I did my Sailor Moon reviews, I didn't watch it too much. I knew about it, I just didn't really watch it, but it was not really a genre I was into. So, knowing about the past and history is something good to know, and how much it's evolved over the years. Sadly or luckily, this will actually be the last letter I'll be sending for at least a year, maybe two. You okay? I already said things were bad down here, but they got even worse. 2017 will be quite harsh, so starting January, I'll need to put Chinese cartoons on hold at least until I finish college. It can get far too distracting at times. I really need to focus. I can understand. Hey, life comes first and so does family. I understand that completely. If you need time to work on college and all that, I think we all respect that. Every single one of us can respect that, I think. So yeah, as usual, keep up with awesome work. And look, I wrote a whole letter without mentioning Yuki Yuna even once. Oh, wait. Hey, Pedro. Say something real quick before, this is your final letter. I guess you're watching this right now. And I guess this is going to be my final thing I say to you since you were hanging up the, Chinese cartoons for a while. Make sure you study hard. I wish you the best of luck. I really, 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 really do. And I hopefully all the goals you set out to accomplish and, beat, you manage to accomplish them, and you go far in your life. I really hope so. I understand you gotta put, college and family and stuff first. That's what I would do. I think any of us can agree that's what we all would do. So, I wish you the best of luck. I really do. Sending positive energy towards you right now to accomplish your goals in life. Thank you so much for the awesome letters, Pedro. It means a lot. Hi Chibi, it's me, Andy. This time I have more bad news, great news, hentai news. I've decided to change weird news, I'll explain later, and some questions. Now starting off with the bad news, AntiMagic Academy, the 35th test platoon, has come to an end. The last volume of the main series came out in July, and just a few weeks ago, the final volume of the spin-off series was released. Chibi, I'm really starting to see how 2016 is a year where a lot of series come to an end. As I've said, a lot has ended this year. This series, the way I saw it, was never really lucky with it. It's not very ironic considering... It was never really lucky, which is not very ironic considering that the main characters of the series were never lucky to begin with. This series, even though it isn't the best in the world, it still holds a place close to my heart. I would even say that without it, I would still be living a life where I'm afraid to speak out, where I can't be passionate about something, and when I can't interact with others. Now I know that I'm over-exaggerating, that if it wasn't AMA, it'd surely be another series, but since it was this series that I had managed to write the first letter to you, to everyone else, it's just an insignificant action, but to me, it was big. I understand. I can completely relate to that. Now that it's over, I've decided I wanted to continue moving forward. I even built up enough courage to tweet at the author of AMA, telling him that I was really sad that the series ended, but I was really thankful that he created such an amazing series. In the back of my mind, I knew that he wouldn't notice the tweet at all, because he had almost 2K followers, though I still hope that if he did see it, he would know that his series did make it overseas. Now, Chibi, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking that this is really heartwarming. Yeah, it is. Well, prepare to get punched in the gut just like I did. After I sent the tweet, I looked at all the people that followed him. To my surprise, they were all Japanese. At this point, I realized that my tweet was going to stick out like a sore thumb. What's more crazy is that the author actually replied to my tweet. Really? He thanked me and said that he was really happy. I was so flabbergasted that all I do was like his tweet. Isn't it weird how real life can sometimes be stranger than fiction? Also, is it what it feels like to have a senpai notice? If she does senpai, I guess you could say noticed me as well. Okay, let's move on from all this sappy stuff. You know what? Fuck it. A hentai question it is. No regrets, no regrets. I should have put this at the top. So my question is, what is your top 3 hentai? I don't have one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have one. Okay, I need to stop. This letter has been going on for way too long. If this keeps up, I might need professional help. Well, Chibi, I'm sorry that I made you read through this super awkward letter. Don't worry about it. But anyways, it only gets worse from here on out. But I do know where my limits are, so you don't have to worry about me going too far. Just remember that the tone of my letters is set for the first one will always be comedic in one way or another. I'm mostly prone to dark humor, so expect more of that later on. Well, thank you for reading. Have a great week. You have a great week yourself, Andy. And with that, I think it is a perfect time to stop. So thank you very much, all the Chibits that sent letters and fan mail. It really means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll try to get that, fall season, what I will watch for Fall of Anime 2016, up tomorrow or Thursday. Expect that very soon. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.